Have you ever met a complete stranger, and within 5 minutes, felt like they understood you better than your oldest friends? Not because they were smart, not because they were kind, but because they had been through the exact same hell. Maybe it was someone you met at your worst job, or in a hospital waiting room, or at 2 a.m. in some comment section you never expected to find yourself in. The connection was instant, unexplainable, almost a little scary. There's a reason that happens, and Koreans have known about it for over 2,000 years. Welcome back to K-Wisdom. 4 characters Korea has kept alive for thousands of years. Today Dong-byeong-sang-nyeon. 4 characters. Dong the same, Byong illness, suffering, sang mutually, each other, Nyeon to feel compassion, those who share the same pain, instinctively feel for each other. Simple words, complicated truth. This idea was born in an ancient Chinese text, the Wu Zixu, but Koreans made it their own. And the man at the center of this story? He didn't just understand shared suffering, he lived it. His name was Wu Zixu, a minister's son in the kingdom of Chu. His father? Falsely accused, executed by the king. His brother? Same fate. One night, Wu Zixu had a single choice. Run, or die next. He ran, through mountain passes, across frozen rivers, disguised as a beggar. Legend says his hair turned white overnight. Not from age, but from terror. He had nothing, no army, no allies, no home, just rage and a name he would never forget. He eventually reached the kingdom of Wu, a stranger in a foreign court. But here's what's strange, even at his absolute lowest point, even with nothing left to give, he kept stopping to help other people in pain. Why? Because he said it himself. Those who share the same illness pity each other. Those who share the same fear save each other. That's Dong-byeong-sang-nyeon. Not a philosophy, a survival instinct. He recognized broken people because he was one. And that instinct worked. He found allies, earned trust, rose through Wu's court. Then he helped King Helu of Wu build the most powerful military in the region. Wu Zixu had waited, planned, and now Chu was in his sights. Wu's army crushed Chu, but the king who executed his father was already dead. So Wu Zixu did something that shocked everyone. He dug up the dead king's grave and flogged the corpse 300 times. That's how deep his pain ran. But here's where it gets complicated. He'd beaten Chu, he'd had his revenge, yet he couldn't stop. A new threat was rising. A defeated king named Gujian, from the kingdom of Yu. Wu Zixu saw it immediately. He warned the new king of Wu Fuchai over and over. Gujian is not beaten, he is biding his time. But Fuchai was done with war. He wanted peace. He let Gujian go. Wu Zixu kept warning. The king stopped listening. Then came the final twist. Fuchai had Wu Zixu executed for disloyalty. The man who spent his life recognizing shared suffering, killed by the very king he served. His eyes were placed above Wu's city gates, to watch Yu's army burn it down. Think about every support group that ever existed. Meetings, grief circles, that forum you found at 3 a.m. That made you feel less alone. The people who help you most in those moments aren't experts, they're just further along in the same storm. Or that coworker who covered for you during your worst week at work. Not because they owed you anything, but because they remembered exactly what it felt like to be where you were. Nobody had to explain, nobody had to ask, they just knew. But here's the part nobody talks about. Shared pain can trap you. 2 people stuck in the same misery, feeding each other's bitterness, instead of finding a way out. Wu Zixu's pain became his entire identity. In the end it destroyed him. Dong-byeong-sang-nyeon doesn't promise a happy ending. It just describes something true about being human. When you're at your lowest, the person who reaches for you first is almost always someone who's been there too. 2,000 years later, Koreans still say it. Not because they romanticize pain, but because they know what it means. When someone gets it without explanation, that kind of understanding, you can't buy it, you can't fake it, you can only earn it. Here's today's question. The person who helped you most during your hardest time, was it someone who shared your pain? Or someone who had never been through it at all? Drop it in the comments. Subscribe for a new episode every week.